How's it going there, lads and lasses? We are playing some Pokemon on the 3DS for once, actually. Found this old gameplay on my hard drive, and I'm almost certain it was made before the Smoke and Tears were properly defined, but you would probably equate it nowadays to about UU, maybe? I think we've both got 2 UU pokes on our team, and it's kind of a mixture, I guess, so a bit of a mixed tier battle. I'm going to go ahead and lead with Scarfed Heliolisk because it's a good lead. Volt switch on whatever you want. So that damage immediately tells me it's probably going to be Assault Vest, and in which case I want to be going to my Gallade. I can take, you know, a fighting hit reasonably well, and if he does want to knock off, I can at least get that justified boost there. Which is nice. It's very good. I do just about take a Bullet Punch. I think that was me overestimating Gallade's physical defense. I always do that. I don't know why I assume that Gallade has, like, base 100 defense, because it really doesn't. I think it has the same defense as, like, Absol. Maybe a little bit more. But at least I do take the hit, and I do retaliate back with the Drain Punch, get some HP back. That is excellent. I go ahead and go for the knockoff on this thing, because I assumed it'd be like a choice Scarfer or whatever, and I didn't really care if he went for Trick. But it turns out he's a defensive set, which I didn't expect because he didn't have the lefties. But like I said, this was a while back, and hence there's a good chance the guy didn't have access to another, you know, lefties as an item. You only get like 2 in the game, or 1, so I guess they're kind of a scarce resource. That's fine, Shell Bell will suffice, I guess. So he takes me out of the Nova Heat there. But now, I can go ahead and go back to Heliolisk and just Volt Switch freely. He has no ground type. He can switch if he wants, but either way, I get a kill or switch initiative. So that's how it works there. Take him out. I'm going to go to my Infernape because it's my fastest current Pokemon apart from Heliolisk. And it seems like a good counter to most of his team. In comes the Muck. I definitely can't take this thing out in one hit. I'm not banded, and I don't think I have Flare Blitz. That Infernape is a Life Orb physical set. I'm pretty sure it's like, what, Fire Punch, Close Combat, Mark Punch, and maybe U-Turn? I didn't see the point in going for U-Turn there, but yeah, gonna go to Drapion. I can take any hit from Muck, no problem. Get a knockoff off on the Vivillon, get rid of that Focus Sash. But unfortunately, I am a defensive set here. Physically defensive, I hope. But that basically means that I get put to sleep. That's, not a huge deal. At least I have Sleep Fodder now, and I can go straight into my Heliolisk, which can take any hit from this thing, even at +1. Subs up, not a problem. I can just go for a Thunderbolt. And if he does want to go to +1 with Quiver Dance, I should still be quicker if I am Scarfed. I hope I'm Scarfed. I think there was a period when I sort of switched up between Scarf and Specs and Expert Belt and Magnet. I have no idea. The Wi-Fi teams, I haven't looked at them in a while, if I'm honest. But he does switch out there, that was a good play. Save it for later. Get off, you know, some damage on that thing. It's not AV, obviously. That's a Black Sludge set, so potentially Curse. But either way, I do have a safe switch in, which is this thing. I know for a fact that Muck doesn't get anything that hits Drapion particularly hard. Focus Punch would be the biggest worry, but not a common occurrence on Muck, let's be honest. So now he switches out, goes into the Ludicolo. I'm trying to burn off Sleep Tons here because obviously the sleep mechanics changed such that it's reverted back to like Gen 4 style, so it's good, it's excellent. Drapion, I don't know why I stayed in here, I probably could have gone straight to Heliolisk or Whimsicott. I think he was predicting Whimsicott on that turn. But now I'm going to switch into my Heliolisk in case he does want to go for another Ice Beam. He doesn't, that's fine, didn't really matter either way. But basically I was kind of worried about switching into the Whimsicott on either this or the Muck, because if I get the prediction wrong, I just get insta-killed. And I need that thing for Tailwind support. If it comes down to it, and if Vivillon gets set up, you know? Back out into Drapion, take on anything from the Muck. Like I said, not a problem. And I should actually wake up on this turn if my calculations are right. He obviously can't do anything, he's going to switch back out into the Vivillon. Hopefully I wake up here, but I do actually go for the Bulldoze. Does it not get Earthquake? Oh no, that's right, I'm a defensive set. So Bulldoze seemed like the better idea. However, I would recommend EQ over Bulldoze. Regardless, Vivion's a flying type, it doesn't matter. Avoids that, puts me back to sleep. So now we're back at square one. So basically, I need to get that thing out of the way, because Drapion is definitely going to be handy for this thing, and for the Muck. Infernape is, I guess, my main way of doing damage, but I really don't want to have Infernape versus a good HP, you know, surviving Muck. I'll do about maybe 50% max with Fire Punch. So in comes the Muck again. I'm going to switch, don't want to take a gunk shot, back into, actually, Whimsicott this time. I assume I must have predicted some kind of double switch here, because otherwise this is a horrible switch in. Rock Slide, yeah, take that pretty well, so all is not lost. But the only reason you would ever pull a switch like that is if you're predicting some kind of double switch, so maybe I was over-predicting a little bit, who knows. Going to Drapion, get a bin thrown at me, which is brilliant. I think I have still my full turns of sleep to burn off. Oh, no, I guess I was wrong. Well, call me a liar. Get the knockoff there. He doesn't have Sticky Hold, that's excellent. And basically I can take him out this turn with a Bulldoze, hoping he will stay in. Otherwise I'll look like an idiot again. I'll probably actually go for knockoff. Yeah, I do go for knockoff. Why not, right? But regardless of what he does, he's not going to do any damage to Drapion with this thing. And once this thing is out of the way, that is when Infernape comes in to party. It's party time for the monkeys. Basically, this means that Muck dies. Very simples. But now we can go straight back into either Vivillon or Ludicolo and just straight take me out. I switch here. I think I predict the Hurricane right off the bat. Yes, I do. Because Whimsicott was too obvious a switch. Obviously, I would have been immune. That would mean that, you know, I get wrecked by Hurricane on Whimsicott, so I'm glad I made that play. Good job, Pass Tommy, good. Now I can Volt Switch freely, and Polian comes in. Good damage. Looks to be pretty special defensive, though. But given that it is special defensive, and given that Infernape is an absolute fucking monster, with flames coming out of his head, I can just go for a big close combat. It's not Iron Fist boosted, but it's still the better option over Thunder Punch in my opinion. Close combat, Life Orb, easy kill, no question. And I am Jolly Nature, so really now that all of his bulky Pokemon are gone, there's nothing to stop this thing. Fire Punch on Vivillon, and I think his only remaining Pokemon is the Ludicolo. Might look like a bad matchup, but Ludicolo is slow as hell, and its physical defense is somewhat lacking. So I go for close combat, that is just going to straight OHKO it. That actually surprised me, to be honest, but I mean, what can I say? Infernape's a beast. So that will be the end of that. Don't think I used my Starmie at all, but I believe that was a special defensive Starmie. And if all else failed and I didn't kill the Ludicolo there, I did still have my Whimsicott as well, so yeah, I mean, it was a pretty cool game. Pretty close in the end. I think it was, what, 2-0, 3-0, so pretty sweet. Hope you all enjoyed. I do have more Wi-Fi battles to come, which will be released probably over the next 10 years, whenever it is I get round to commentating them. With that being said, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.